you think Democrats are losing their trust in Joe Biden?
There's only one choice right now.
And who's that?
That's gotta be Biden.
I love Joe Biden so much. I do, but on the debate, I feel like he was like way off.
Are Democrats losing faith in Joe Biden?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think it would be a good idea if they replaced Joe Biden with Gavin Newsom? I'm here in the city of Seattle, Washington, and today we are going to be asking Democrats and the people of Seattle if they still trust in Joe Biden. Washington State and the city of Seattle is well known for being one of the most democratic states here in America, and I've seen a lot of news lately about Democrats not trusting Joe Biden. A lot of people don't know if Joe Biden is still fit to run for re-election in the upcoming election. So today we're going to be asking Democrats and the people of Seattle if they still trust in Joe Biden. Do you still trust in Joe Biden?
Yes, I do.
Why so?
Well, never mind. Sorry.
Do you still trust in Joe Biden?
No.
Do you think Democrats are losing their trust in Joe Biden?
I think they shouldn't have trust in him in the first place.
Who should people have more trust in, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, 100%.
Do you still trust in Joe Biden? Do you guys still trust in Joe Biden?
I do not, absolutely not. I hope he passes away and Kamala becomes the first black president.
Do you still trust in Joe Biden?
No, I don't.
And who do you think?
mean, you know what? I had my son 2 years ago, and that was the first time ever out of all my kids that I ran out of baby formula, and look at our gas prices now and everything, all because of Joe Biden.
Would you say life's been a lot harder for people since Joe Biden's been president?
Yes, I would.
After what you saw in the debate, does it worry you about Joe Biden's health?
I'm not worried about his health. He's probably going to die soon, so.
Do you think Joe Biden dies before the election even happens?
Oh, yeah. Look at him. Could barely have his words come out. Right. He's probably not even all up in there.
And do Democrats still trust Joe Biden?
No, I don't trust Joe Biden.
And why do you think they don't trust Joe Biden anymore?
I mean, is he even alive?
What's your biggest fear with Joe Biden continuing to run for president?
That he's going to be manipulated, and I don't know. I fear everything after that debate. And my fear would be people are leaning toward Trump, because to be honest, I cannot stand Donald Trump. I don't believe anything he says, but he makes it seem believable. I mean, people that aren't going to fact check him don't know he's lying about most of what he says. A lot of people aren't going to do that. They just, people go with the flow. And so I fear that they're going to elect Donald Trump.
Do you still trust in Joe Biden?
It's hit or miss, honestly, at this point. Like, there's some policies I'm for, but there's some policies I'm against, so.
And after what you saw in the debate, does it worry you about Joe Biden?
I'm worried about everything, so.
What's the number one thing that worries you?
Other than Project 2025, I'm just worried if he's going to be competent enough to run again.
Do you think they're going to replace Joe Biden?
I hope so.
Do you think Joe Biden is losing the trust of Democrats?
Yes.
And what could he do to revive his trust?
At this point, I'm not sure if there's anything he could do. Like, he's kind of gone senile, and it's upsetting.
If he continues to run for president, will you still vote for him?
Yeah.
The
alternative's worse for me, so.
So even though Joe Biden, cognitive level, could be down the dumps, you'd still vote for him over Donald Trump?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Who do you think should replace him if he decides to drop out?
Michelle Obama. I saw some graffiti that was saying that she should run on Capitol Hill.
Would you like her to run?
Indifferent. I'm socialist.
After seeing what you saw in the debate, does Joe Biden's cognitive level scare you?
What would you expect? He's doing all right for his age. As far as president, that's a little old to be president. Everything he does is, rehearsed, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess
He's not
so.
going to get out in front of a camera unless he knows what he's saying.
Do you think Donald Trump could do that? Do you think he could appear in front of a camera right off the top of his head and have a good performance?
That's his strong suit.
And Joe Biden couldn't do that.
That's right.
Do you think the majority of Democrats still trust in Joe Biden, or do you think they'd rather vote for Donald Trump?
After the debate, some of them probably would like to see Trump president because of his cognitive ability.
Would you say you're a Democrat?
I'm actually a Republican.
Okay. Would you
Born
say?
and raised, but
Do you think the Democratic Party still trusts Joe Biden?
yes.
Really?
Yeah.
And what makes you believe so?
We have to. America's on the line here.
And do you think Joe Biden's the best option for us?
I feel like given the choices, there's only one choice right now.
And who's that?
That's gotta be Biden.
What would you like to see Joe Biden do better in these upcoming months up towards the
He
election?
needs to keep leading the way he's been leading and not get messed up in the fray that people are trying to pull him down for.
Something we're seeing a lot on the news right now is with the debate that happened last week, a lot of people are saying that Democrats are losing trust in Joe Biden. Are Democrats losing trust in Joe Biden?
I think somewhat, but I think he'll still, continue and it'll, and hopefully he'll win.
And do you think they'll replace him?
I do not.
You say hopefully he wins. And what makes you want to vote for Joe Biden?
I just don't want Trump to win. That would be horrifying as far as I'm concerned.
What fears you guys of him doing?
Well, he just seems so erratic, and I just don't think he's competent for the job.
And you think Joe Biden's competent for the job?
Oh, definitely. I think he's done a fine job.
As a Democrat, do you still trust Joe Biden?
Joe Biden, oh my God, I wish his health could get better because nobody needs a fucking Trump. But if he does, if Trump wins, then whatever, man, I'm all for the drama.
Really? You just like the drama here?
I enjoy the drama on television, the racism, everything that goes with that, yeah.
And do you think Joe Biden is still competent and still cognitively fit to run as president?
I love Joe Biden so much, I do, but on the debate, I feel like he was like way off.
Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
Do you still trust Joe Biden?
I would rather choose him over Trump.
Mm-hmm. And what would make you want to choose him over Donald Trump?
Because, like, what he's done to the country.
What? Who's done? Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
Donald Trump.
Really? What negatives has he done to the country?
I can't remember. It's been so long.
In the debate, he said to Donald Trump, "You're the sucker. You're the loser."
You're the sucker. You're the loser.
What do you think about that?
Well, it's not as bad as what he was saying publicly. Trump has, said things that were unprofessional as a president. The way he talks, the way he cusses, and the way he talks about people. It's unprofessional. You don't act like that as a president.
If you're making payments every single month and your debt is not shrinking, this program is for you. Anyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies, and there's no minimum credit score needed. And I know many people are struggling with debt, and perhaps you are struggling with debt right now. And I want PDS Debt to help you because it's one of the biggest challenges we face today. That's why I'm introducing you to them right now. For my viewers, PDS Debt is offering a free debt analysis. It only takes 30 seconds. Head over to pdsdebt.com/Shirley and get your free debt assessment today. Check out PDS Debt and start your journey becoming debt-free right now. And now let's keep asking people if they still trust in Joe Biden. Are Democrats losing faith in Joe Biden?
Oh, absolutely. I think that recent Democratic supporters and journalists were really, backing him in the pre-election and stuff like that. But after the previous debate, they're realizing that the guy that they kind of stuck their own hand up their ass for is really failing them. And they're going to start turning on him, and they're going to start eating him in the ass. So, yeah, I think they're turning on him real quick.
And how are they going to start eating him in the ass?
How are they going to eat him in the ass? Well, it is a metaphor, not literal, not a gay thing, I promise. But they're going to realize that they really, really backed this guy and supported this guy, Biden. They really fought for him. They fought the culture war for him. And then when, he's becoming older, more decrepit, more of an idiot, making a fool of himself, making a fool of America, importantly, they're realizing that, hey, maybe that this isn't the guy we were supporting. Maybe this isn't the politician that we thought he was. Maybe this whole culture war thing that we were backing, we kind of fooled ourselves into. The glow in the darks that the CIA tricked us. And now we're fighting a culture war we don't understand. And now they're seeing that the leaders of America are failing. They are literally retarded. So yeah, I think they're all turning on him. The leftists, the Democrats, everyone's going to start turning on Joe Biden.
And Joe Biden right now, he's saying that he's going to continue to run as president. However, there are talks of him being replaced.
He's going to die of a heart attack before they even get out of, the season. It's not happening. They're going to replace him with a body double or a clone before that happens.
And who do you think they're going to replace him with?
It could be anybody. It could just be another clone of him. It could be anybody. We don't know who they got in their shadow cabinet. It could be a guy named John F. President, David E., Politicalton. We don't know. It could be anybody.
Who do you think they'd replace him with? Kamala Harris or Gavin Newsom?
I don't know who Gavin Newsom is, but they would probably put Kamala Harris up because she's a powerful black woman, and I think Americans want to see that. So it would probably just be a last-ditch effort morale boost to make the people feel something.
Who are you going to vote for between Joe Biden and Donald Trump if Joe Biden continues to run as president?
Trump, obviously, that's my guy. What more can you say, really? I mean, better than, Biden, who's, like I said, going to have a heart attack before he even runs for next election.
At the end of the day, say Donald Trump gets reelected. What do you think the left does?
What do you think the left does? Nothing. They've done nothing for the past 10 years. They've done nothing for the past election. They're going to scream, cry, and kick, and they're going to threaten to leave the country. But they're not actually going to do anything. They're going to sit right here. They're going to keep buying product. They're going to keep watching the news, and they're going to keep enjoying their goy slop. God bless America.
Are you going to be voting this year in the election?
No.
And why won't you vote?
They all hang out. It's like Hillary and Trump went together against each other, and then they went to each other's weddings. Bush and Kerry ran against each other. They were both in the motherfucking Skull and Bones secret society. I'm not voting. I'm moving.
Really? And where are you going to move to?
Mexico.
Get out of the United States?
A lot of Americans moving to Mexico. I'm going to be one of them, yeah.
And after what you saw in the debate, does that worry you about Joe Biden, especially with him stumbling and with his questions and stuff like that?
No. I think that a liar is a liar and a thief is a thief. The end. And that's what I think about Trump.
Do you think the Democratic Party is losing their trust in Joe Biden?
Yes, I am, for sure.
And why do you think so many people are losing trust in him?
Because he's too old.
Too old? And do you think they're going to replace him in the upcoming election?
I hope so.
And who would you hope they replace him with?
Difficult to know. I actually know Kamala Harris personally. I've known her for decades. I like her, but I don't know, if she's competent for that job.
So do you think Kamala would be a good replacement for Joe Biden?
She's a good lawyer. I'm a lawyer, and so I know her as a lawyer, right? So she's very competent.
Why do you think they haven't replaced Joe Biden yet?
My best guess is that, like most people, he can't let things go, right?
Yeah, so it's more of a pride thing from Joe Biden's part?
Well, it's just difficult to let things go. When you have power, it's difficult to let it go. Like, people are just naturally that way. So I think he just doesn't want to let go. I'm sure he has all kinds of other rationalizations in his mind, but I think what's really going on is that, you don't want to let go of your home or your bank account or whatever. He doesn't want to let it go of his job.
And do you think the Democratic Party should replace Joe Biden and bring in a new candidate?
I think so, honestly. I mean, he probably has the fight in him, but realistically, it might be time to kind of, hey, take a step back. You know what I'm saying?
And who should they replace him with?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really see any candidate that I can name off the top that would be like, hey, replace him with this.
Kamala, maybe?
You know what? I would say her, but I wish she did more work, in her current state. You get what I'm saying? This was the time. You know what I'm saying? First, a woman, and not even that, but black woman, you know what I'm saying, coming in, vice president. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting more out of her and to see her face more, you know what I'm saying? Even in the times where Biden, maybe he looked kind of off, that would have been the perfect time for her to step up and been like, hey, this is what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So if it was her, I just hope that she would do more of that. Come out and really show face and really put that foot forward, and to where it gives confidence to the people, you know what I'm saying? That's just me though.
Who do you think they'd replace Joe Biden with?
I wouldn't say Trump is the best one because he's a businessman.
Why would that be bad to have a businessman as president?
I don't know. I've just seen him in the past and just the way he's dealt with things. He's a person with a lot of money and stuff like that. He has a lot of power. And then when you have somebody like that controlling the country, I just feel like they would abuse that power to do something that's not really the right way or the right thing to do.
Do you think Democrats are losing their trust in Joe Biden?
I think that the question is one that's hard to answer. I think it's precarious to change guard right now. I think I think either way, it's possible that Joe Biden could lose the presidency. And what I want for America is so much deeper and more complex than what Joe Biden represents as a president.
What's the number one reason why you guys will vote for Joe Biden in the upcoming elections?
He's not Trump. I mean, it's the lesser of two evils for me, honestly.
Do you think it would be a good idea if they replaced Joe Biden with Gavin Newsom?
Gavin Newsom, I don't think so. No, I hope that they don't replace Joe Biden with Gavin Newsom. Anybody else?
Who do you want to win the election, Donald Trump or Joe Biden? Who will you be voting for?
I'm still voting for Biden.
With all of the things that our country has going on, those are our two choices. It's ridiculous, in my opinion, that we're putting forward, an 82 and an 84-year-old to run the country. Both of them are way too old. Both of them need to step aside and let people who actually care about the issues and want to try to fix things run, rather than people who think that we should just fight each other more.
Yeah, because I guess in 20 years, they won't even be alive, these two candidates that are running for president right now.
No, they won't. I think the biggest reason that we have those two is the people in power know that we stay complacent as long as we fight each other. And I think that both sides want us to keep fighting each other rather than actually work on the issues, because if we work on the issues, then just maybe we could actually get somewhere.
Do you think Democrats still trust in Joe Biden?
No. I don't think black people ever trusted in him all the way. What the president-elect, the candidates do is they give a false sense of hope, and that's what they trust in, their false sense of hope. Whether it comes from Joe Biden or the next presidential candidate, it's not really so much in the person, it's the false hope that they're looking for, that America cannot provide.
So would you say with especially with the performance that Joe Biden gave in the last debate, more and more people are starting to trust in him less?
Well, I'll say this, to be honest, man. I mean, he's at the age where, and I'm not being disrespectful, I'm just saying from my partake of what I've observed, he's not fit to, to run the White House right now. I mean, think about it, he's pushing 80. I mean, he should be, have somebody to at least, this is my opinion, I would think he would have somebody who's more fit for the job, who can answer the question, who won't, be bugged out or not bugged out in one sense, but also know what they're answering. Because it seemed like he didn't know where he was at when he was in that debate, and it looked real bad for the Democratic Party in my eyes.
And should they replace him?
Well, I mean, to be honest, if they do, they do. I mean, if you ask me my opinion, I mean, it would be probably have a better chance, to be honest.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this election special here on my channel. Please drop a like and subscribe to this channel, and I will be responding to your comments down below. This is Nick, and I'll see you next video.